Hi Jada, I'm glad you were able to return for another visit this week. How was your bus ride here today?
It was fine, same old, really busy, but
Yeah,
just the bus.
normal bus.
Yeah.
It wasn't too cold out today?
No, it's not too bad.
That's good. So I wanted to discuss a little bit about what we talked about during our last meeting. I know it was a few weeks ago. Do you remember what we talked about during, about confidentiality?
Yeah, kind of. I don't really know, the proper terms, but I know it's just, whatever we say here doesn't leave this room unless it has to do with, harming myself or a child or just
Another
someone
person.
else. Yeah.
Yep. Or if we're subpoenaed by the court, we would have to give your file to them if there was an
Yeah.
investigation.
For sure.
Awesome. So I'm glad that you remember all that. That's fresh. Today I want to focus more about your internal and external resources that have a positive influence with the situation that you're having right now, which would be moving out of residence on your own.
Okay.
So have you booked any house showings yet?
No, I was going to since you told me last time, but then I didn't even know where to start or how to do it. So
Yeah, or who to contact.
Yeah,
I know we
no
didn't
idea.
get too much into the process or resources last time. We focused more on just getting to know each other.
Yeah.
I also wanted to ask, how is your friend as of now? I know last week you said that she was really distraught when you mentioned that you wanted to move out on your own. And now that you're only a week away from moving out of residence, how is she feeling now?
She's been really sad. I think I've offended her that I want to move out, especially because I haven't really told her the real reason why I want to move out. Because that would offend her more, but she doesn't understand that because I haven't actually told her. So but we're fine. I think she'll get over it.
Civil with each other.
Yeah.
What do you think her perspective is? If you haven't openly addressed why you don't want to live with her, what do you think her perspective is, or her automatic thought could be?
I feel maybe she just thinks I don't like living with her, or don't like her maybe, because I know if my friend wanted to not live with me, I would be is it me? But it's not her as a person, it's just living together doesn't really work out.
You're just having a hard time addressing that to her
exactly.
in a way that won't upset her.
Yeah, because I'm I like our friendship, but just not the living situation.
Well, a really good way to start that step would be something called the hamburger method, where you would either write her a letter or email if you didn't feel comfortable talking to her face to face, and you'd pretty much start out with positives compliments or good memories of things that happened while you did live together. Then you would get kind of into more of the reasoning of why you wanted to become more independent. And maybe even if it has to do with her, you could maybe say it just has to do with your independence. And then you would end it with compliments and good things as well, so it kind of balances each other out. Why do you feel that she's so dependent on you, or so not attached, but wanting to stay with you?
Well, I feel she's very messy and kind of just sloppy. So I feel I do a lot of cleaning, so maybe she just
likes being taken care of.
Kind of being taken care of, but I don't think she realizes that's actually how it is, because that's just how she is.
She could have been raised like that.
Yeah, I feel she was just raised like that, so it's I'm more I've always done stuff for myself, so then she just kind of likes the environment and it's easy.
That could definitely be one.
I'm not really sure though, but
yeah. And have you talked to your parents? What are their opinions of her? Do they see the same things that you may see?
Yeah, they always, before we moved in together actually, they told me that this might be a problem, because even though we're really good friends, we're very different in that sense. So they kind of saw it coming, but they're just supportive of whatever I decide to do. So.
Yeah. All right. And you said that, I know that you chose to live together this past year, and now you don't want a roommate. So why is that? Why? What happened between then and now to really say, oh, maybe this isn't the best option for me?
Yeah, I just feel I'm more of an independent person, so I just feel I just want to kind of be able to do my own thing and not worry about being quiet when I get home, or just having to clean up other people's messes. And I just think it would help me move on with my life if I had the chance to live on my own and just kind of
So independence can be a really big strength when it comes to transitioning from an environment like post-secondary to out on your own.
Yeah.
And speaking of making that transition, have you looked into any resources like a job or financial planning to be able to pay for? Because you won't have a roommate.
To a bunch of part-time jobs and stuff. Peter Pitt got back to me and like they want to do an interview, but
that's good.
I feel like I'll have to get like 2 jobs if it's just kind of like
just
something
you.
like that, like
or like just part-time work.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about transportation?
I don't have a car right now.
So you're gonna want to look for houses that would be along. Now, that's the other thing. Are you gonna look for housing first and base your job on where your house is, or the opposite? Because you'll have to take the bus then.
I feel like I'll probably just like look for housing for like whatever works in my budget, and then like figure it out from there.
Figure out work from there. That works good. So, like I said, I want to talk more about your internal and external strengths this time. So independence would be one of your internal strengths. To do with external, that'd be your family. Who in your family would you say is there to support you?